If you are sitting at a desk, on a sort of a desk chair, your feet are probably down. So just make sure your ankles aren't crossed or your legs aren't crossed over and that they're in a parallel position. So you want to also have maybe a cushion underneath your feet. That's always quite helpful. Other than that, if you're in the regular cross-legged position and your knees are quite tight, it's always helpful to put a couple of cushions underneath each knee. It's also if your hips are tight as well. So want your pelvic bowl, your pelvis, that whole pelvic area, we have a tendency to sort of slump back, put pressure on our sacrum. So you want to be upright as much as you can. So that would mean that your sit bones need to be slightly raised and preferably on not on a super soft, sinky cushion or couch or chair. You want to be on something quite firm. Well, not too hard, but you know. And so then the hands are in the meditation mudra, the right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching. Shoulders are over the hips. And imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. You should imagine somebody's above you or behind you, very gently lengthening your spine. And your head is reaching for the ceiling. Now slightly tip your head forward, just slightly head tip forward. This sort of reduces the amount of kind of constriction on the back of the neck, and it helps to relieve any agitation in the mind. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, relax the jaw. And just bring your awareness to the crown of the head and relax the scalp and the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth. And then bring your awareness to the back of the head and relax your scalp there. And just notice the rest of your face relaxing yet again, particularly your ears and the temples. If you go inside your ear, imagine going inside your ear and relaxing the inner eardrum, and then just notice how your jaw relaxes. And then relax the back of the neck and the shoulders, the upper thoracic, in between your shoulder blades, the throat, the chest. Just let your belly go. And your limbs and the hands and fingers and feet and toes. And just bring the mind to the breath and just feel. And you'll notice as you're breathing in, the sensation of the air as you're breathing in through your nostrils is slightly cooler than when you're exhaling. So let's just bring to mind all the people of our life, the ones we love, the ones who care for us, who offer us their strength, the ones who we care for, take care of. And then there's those people who we don't like necessarily very much. And they also don't like us. We usually put them in the enemy category, or the category where we have aversion for these people. Perhaps if you saw them in a store, you might move to the other aisle. This kind of person in our life. And then there's our strangers, the people that we're indifferent to. So maybe someone you pass on your way to work. You might see them every day, but they don't mean anything to you. You don't think about them. You don't know their name. And then there's a bunch of other strangers, everybody else in the world. And notice how in your life, has there been anybody in your life who has changed places in these groups? Did a stranger become your friend? A friend and enemy. An enemy a stranger. An enemy a dear friend. Then think all these groups of people are the same, they're equal, they're the same as us, because we all want to be happy. No one wants to suffer. And believe it or not, everybody has this incredible potential for enlightenment. So bring the mind back to the breath. And we think we're going to do this practice. I'm going to do Medicine Buddha meditation today after our 9-round breathing. We're going to do this to help all beings become free from sufferings such as disease and the causes of our sufferings, the delusion, such as anger, attachment, grasping, neediness, jealousy, bitterness. All this is delusion, and it leads us to cause negative, it'll create negative actions, cause negative karma, which in turn ripens into suffering for us. So we're going to do this meditation today, these meditations today, to try and pacify. Then we can think particularly of the people in Ukraine right now and Russia, all of them really suffering in one way or another from this current conflict. So keep them in your mind, in your heart, and as we recite the mantra, you can maybe think of sending light to them to help their heart, lift their mind. So we'll just start with a 9-round breathing. So just to remind everyone, you can start by breathing in through the right nostril, and if you need to, you can block the left nostril with your index finger. Or if you've been studying yoga and you have a different way of doing, they call it valving in yoga, you can do whatever works for you. So breathe in blissful, radiant, white light. Just imagine it's filling your whole being. And slightly pause at the top of the breath, and then move the finger over and breathe out through the left nostril all your attachment energy. So this is kind of all your neediness and anxiety and unhealthy desire and grasping and wanting and not feeling like you're enough. You just breathe that out as thick black yucky smoke. Do that 3 times, and then breathe in through the left nostril, blissful radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath, and then breathe out through the right all your anger, depression, bitterness, jealousy, disappointment, grudges, all this kind of, and wishing to harm. So all this kind of really heavy emotions that we hold in our heart. We don't need it there. It's harmful for us. So you breathe that out as thick black yucky smoke. Do that 3 times. Then breathe in through both nostrils, blissful radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath. Then breathe out all your ignorance. This is just not knowing the way things truly exist, not understanding things, misinterpreting things, seeing things one way when they actually exist another, can lead to all kinds of problems. And breathe out as thick black yucky smoke. You do that 3 times. So we'll do 3 sets of this in our own time. And when you're finished, just bring your mind back to the breath. If you're not finished yet, don't rush. And for those who are finished, if there's thoughts arise in your mind, just try not to engage with those thoughts. If there's sounds in your environment, try not to be distracted. Just allow those sounds to be there. So now imagine Medicine Buddha. He's a few inches above the crown of your head. And he's sitting on a moon disk, which is in the middle of an open lotus. And he has his legs crossed in the full Vajra position, which is each foot over the opposite thigh. And he's facing the same way as you. And his body is made of this brilliant blue light, like sapphire. And it's radiant. It's beautiful. And if you have difficulty visualizing, or you don't know what really Medicine Buddha looks like, you can just imagine there's this blue light above the crown of your head. Every aspect of the visualization is made of light and radiates light, sort of like a hologram. His right hand rests on his right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations. So that is, the palm is facing outwards. And he's holding the stem of an aurora, or this must be a medicine plant, between his thumb and first finger. His left hand is in his lap, in the mudra of concentration, and it's holding a sapphire bowl filled with nectar. This is the nectar for pacifying all our obscurations, all our negativities, our illnesses, our delusions. And he's wearing the 3 robes of a monk. And has all the signs and the marks of a fully enlightened Buddha. Has his beautiful, peaceful, smiling face. And he's looking at all beings, including you, with compassion and loving kindness. He has no critical, judgmental thoughts towards you, accepts you exactly as you are. He's meeting you where you're at. Really, you can imagine also, if you have a teacher or a trusted mentor, a lama, a guru, however you call them, this is the person that's guiding you right now on your spiritual path. You can imagine this is the mind of that person manifesting in this form above the crown of your head for your benefit. Just makes it a little bit more personal. So really try and feel peace and compassion and kindness emanating from this Buddha. And really try and feel the presence above the crown of your head. Blue light. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And may all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, that hold some close and others distant. So this is a little prayer to the Medicine Buddha, so I'll just recite that 3 times. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. So now imagine infinite rays of radiant white light flowing down from the heart and body of Medicine Buddha, and this light fills your body completely, pacifying all disease and afflictions, all your delusions, any negative karma you've created, any mental blocks, obscurations. Just imagine all of your problems being completely pacified by this light, and it keeps pouring into you, and these negativities leave your body in the form of thick-backed liquid, kind of like engine oil, and now your body becomes clean and clear as crystal. And at the same time, you can imagine all the people of your life, and by extension all sentient beings, and then you can think particularly of all the people in Ukraine and Russia right now, and Europe, Poland. It's sort of many people affected by this as we recite the mantra. Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze ranja samangate so Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha. And imagine you're completely purified, filled with this healing light. Your body feels blissful and light. All those negativity is gone. All your illness gone. All your problems gone. Now this time imagine a golden light pours from Medicine Buddha's heart, flows into you through the crown of your head and fills you completely. Excuse me. And this time it brings all the blessings and realizations on the path to enlightenment, all these amazing qualities of wisdom and compassion, phenomenal intelligence, ability to know people's minds, your ability to know how to help people, a wish to help people, all these magical qualities that we wish we had, phenomenal intelligence, clear mind, good heart, plenty of energy, incredible qualities of all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas flows into you. It's like magic. And at the same time you feel this is happening to all the people around you, all the people of your life, even the people you don't like. And their hearts are touched by this blissful light as you recite the mantra. Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha Taya tam bekanze bekanze ma bekanze bekanze raja samangate soha. So really try and feel that you've received all the blessings of the Medicine Buddha, all the qualities, all the good, positive qualities. You've realized your true nature. Actually, this is who you really are and who you actually have always been. And we tend to think of ourselves we put ourselves down all the time. Oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not finished, I've got so much work to do, blah, 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 full of stress. But this is not who we really are. Who we really are is how we've just meditated. And this is imagining like this is a powerful cause for our own eventual enlightenment. And this is who we'll be, in fact, one day. We will be like this. So let's just dedicate. Before we dedicate, let's absorb Medicine Buddha. It melts into light, it absorbs into you through the crown of your head and comes to your heart. And imagine that your mind, your teacher's mind, your Lama's mind, and the Buddha's mind become one. And your mind is peaceful and free from its usual busy thoughts and conceptions. This is your true nature. So let's just dedicate all the merit, the positive energy that we've created today during this meditation to all the people of our life, all sentient beings, and particularly to people in Ukraine, Russia, Europe, and anyone you know particularly who's not very well today or suffering in any way. So just send them good, positive, kind, compassionate thoughts and all the positive energy of this meditation. Okay, everybody, I'm a couple of minutes over. I'm sorry. Take good care. See some of you tonight. Lots of love and all the very best. Thank you for joining.
Thanks
Thanks for
Katy.
joining from England. Okay, bye.